Okay, started.
Margaret Burroughs and I were friends from the 1930s until her passing a few years ago. And we were friends because during the Great Depression, when many of our parents were losing their jobs, and there was no Social Security or Medicare or any of those things that we take for granted today. There were no such things. Margaret Burroughs was from Louisiana. I originally was from Alabama, but we met here in Chicago. She was a student at Inglewood High School, and at that time I was a student at DuSable High School. But we met because we shared a common concern about the welfare of ourselves and our parents, and the demands of our parents that we continued to go to school regardless of what the conditions were. And so we had an interest in how do we help our parents to help us continue our education. And there was a group that used to meet in Washington Park called the Washington Park Forum. And occasionally people like Paul Robeson, Langston Hughes would come out to speak at that Washington Park Forum. And we younger people admired them because they were already heroes in our view, guided by our parents who had seen the struggles of the segregated South and moved to the struggles of the segregated North. From that point, when Margaret Burroughs was already a talented young artist and poet, a grade school friend of mine from Edmund Burke School, Charles White, and Margaret Burroughs were good friends because when they left high school, they began to attend the Art Institute together. So the combination of our interests and their talents continued our friendship throughout their lifetime. Margaret Burroughs had problems because of her political life when she applied to become a public school teacher. Originally, she was a teacher at Edmund Burke Elementary School, from which I was a graduate. And from that point to DuSable High School, where she was a well-known teacher for many, many years. Now you can insert the years in there, I forgot how many, but more than 20 years.
Wow.
She was a teacher. She continued her life as an artist and poet. She was one of the first African-American women to wear her hair as a natural. She spent many of her hours, free hours, visiting the county jail to help inmates understand that there was a better way of life for them. She wrote a story, in addition to her art, what will your legacy be? Asking that question of everyone, what will your legacy, what will people remember you for doing? And then a poem, what will I tell my children who are Black? This is during the Civil Rights Movement. She was a great supporter of Harold Washington during his campaign and helped him to be victorious among people in the fine arts who lived in Chicago.